poppin', y'all? My name is Kiera. If you don't know, now you do. Welcome to the first episode of Recipes Your Mama Should Have Taught You.
Oh, you ain't gonna respond to my text? Oh, yeah. Want me keep on my diamonds and sex? What's your name? Kiera.
Today we are making something very simple, very easy, something your mama should have taught you if she didn't. I'm gonna teach you today. We're making cube steak. In my opinion, cube steak is really pretty easy. Probably one of the cheapest steaks you could buy. I'm gonna show you how to make it the best way. Should have had this stuff out already. So, first thing I would say to do is get your water ready, because your rice, I don't care what you're doing, the rice is gonna take the longest. So get you a pot of water. I am cheating because I'm using the little quick rice, but tell your mom, don't tell me, I don't care. We're gonna set that on high, so that's gonna be starting to get ready and get hot and boil. I don't know if it's true, but I feel like if you cover the pot, it cooked faster. Well, the water boiled faster. I'm probably lying, but just do it. All right, so we got that started. Let's get started. So today's ingredients are pretty simple. We got a can of French style green beans. You can use whatever green beans or whatever vegetable you want. I just have this in the cabinet, so that's what we're gonna use. Then we also have this minute jasmine rice. This bitch does not take a minute. It'll take about 15-20 for me, but hey, you know, whatever they want to call it. Oh, it does say 10 minutes, so I'm lying. 10-minute success jasmine rice. We have the honey butter cornbread from Mr. Jiffy, whatever the fuck his name is. And then of course, cube steak, pretty much like it's called cubed because it's already like cut or whatever. In my opinion, you still gotta cut this bitch, but do what you want. So we're gonna start with that right now. I'm only gonna make 2 pieces, basically because it's just me and I don't want to waste it. And I don't know, it lasts me at least like a day or 2. But yeah, what you want to do is like, I'm trying to show you as I'm doing it, but I can't. You see how it's already like diced up and everything? You basically just want to like dice it up a little bit more, cut it up, because it's kind of tough. It's a cheaper piece of steak, and I feel like that's the reason why, but I'm not a butcher, so I couldn't tell you. Do that. Do it to both pieces, of course, if I'm eating both. Now, if you've never had cube steak, try it. It's like maybe $7-8 for a whole 4-pack. You could feed the family, you could feed your kids, you could feed yourself, bitch, I don't care. But it's really pretty inexpensive. Yeah, I think it's the best one for like when you're making steak and rice. I feel like this is probably the best version. Now, if you've never made like steak and rice and gravy before, this should definitely be a good starter learner meal for you to do, because I don't know, it's not that hard. I learned this one from my grandmama. Well, my great grandma, to be honest. I don't know why I call her grandma, but she taught me how to do this one. She's from like 1929, so I feel like they was making real steaks back then. But hey, this 2023, baby, we gonna make it do what it do and try not to cut our fingers while we're doing this. Now that we got that out of the way, got it nice and like chopped up more. It kind of looked like hamburger low key, but not like I wouldn't make a hamburger like this. It would take probably a while, but anyways, so we have our cube steak. We got the rice ready for whenever the water boils. Now, make sure you are constantly washing your hands, because I don't know, I just feel like you dealing with meat and then you gotta get the seasonings, and your hands are still, it's just dirty. I don't know. Anyway, so I got a cabinet full of seasonings. This. All right. So I'm gonna start off with these 4 seasonings right here. The not Saison, what am I saying? Chicken bouillon. Black pepper, nothing too fancy. Jesus! Onion powder. Get whatever freaking brand of onion powder you want to use. Complete seasoning. I got seasonings from all over the fucking year. I don't know. They just be adding up. But one thing I will say is when you make it like gravy and stuff, you don't want your meat to be too salty. Then it's gonna already be in the gravy and that's salty, and it's like not the best. I don't know. Learn from experience. Do you, boo? Whatever you like it salty, you do that. But I would say not too salty if you can. I'm gonna open our seasonings up first because I don't like having to open the tops and I'm touching meat. It's just cross-contamination, bitch. I don't know. First thing you want to do is layer your seasonings, okay? You don't just want to pour this shit on here. Layer this shit. Excuse me. layer your seasonings gently. You don't want to over season, you don't want to under season, because you know, once it's done, it's done. We're going to take our onion powder, great value of course, and we're going to gently season both of these steaks. Now we're going to season both sides. Why? Because you're eating both sides, okay? That water, you see how fast that water boiling? I told you. Now while I'm over here seasoning, I'm gonna stop real quick and put this rice in there because they're lying. It does not take 2 minutes. In my opinion, this shit really takes about 15-20. So all you do is take the bag. You can use whatever rice you want, but you know, this is what I'm doing. Move it around a little bit. Plop that bitch right in there. Now usually, I won't lie, I do the harder version of rice, but I got this today, so that's what we gonna do. Back to seasoning. We're gonna season our steaks, both sides, onion powder. Then we're going to go in. I like to put my chicken bouillon in cap. It just be kind of like coming out. You don't just come out like that. So tap it around so there ain't no little rocks in there and stuff. And then I learned this from Food Network. You season up high, because if you season down low, it's like getting in one area. But if you season up high, it's getting all over. So like, useful, I guess. I don't know, bitch. Now I'm trying my best to look at y'all and look at this, but if I don't, you know, just listen. Take a little bit of the complete seasoning. I feel like this one has more like herbs and shit in there, so it doesn't taste just like chicken. And chicken seasoning doesn't have to be just used for chicken, bitch. You could use it literally for any meat you want to. My grandma does, so that's what I do. And then some ground black pepper. It really makes a difference, so you just want to shake that bitch however much you like. Now that side is seasoning, I like to like pat it in there. Like this is how it should look right now. It look a little seasoned, but steak needs like some. It ain't over seasoned. You just trust me. It should look like that, okay? Now we go flip them both over to the other side. Now I will say be careful where you get your meat, because lately it's been a little crazy out here. People is having rats and all kinds of stuff in their restaurants and in their grocery stores, so just be careful where you get your stuff from, unless you just trust that store like that. I don't know. Anyway, same products again, onion powder. Now again, you could use whatever freaking seasoning you want to use that, but just don't be too generous with it. Like don't kill yourself. And put salt in, but you cannot take that shit out. So yeah. I got this. Let the ancestors talk to you. Alright? Make sure that freaking rice not over boiling. Now I will say it's a little, like you gotta practice cooking more than one thing at once, because it's like you gotta be watching that, watching this. But you can do it. I believe in you. Now, when you are washing hands, throw this away. Clean up as you cook, because you will thank yourself later. Anyways. When you are wanting to like country fry something, you need flour. So take whatever flour you got. Is this all purpose? Yup, all purpose, so everything. So you're gonna shake that onto your steaks. Now you wanna fully cover the steaks, okay? You don't wanna just use a pinch of freaking flour. You want them to be able to like be coated. But not too much, but you know, bitch, enough. Alright, so you want to liberally flour your steaks. Turn this freaking rice down. I don't know for what reason my stove gets so freaking hot so fast. Flour both sides, because we're eating both sides. Hopefully y'all are having a good day today. If you're not, make this food, you'll feel better. Alright, we got our steaks seasoned and floured. Now, for the next part. Now for your vegetables, I would say we're gonna put, hold on. For the vegetables, I would say put those in like after we start the meat, because I don't know if you make fresh ones, you know, do them like that, but they take a lot less time. So rice is first, because it takes longer. Steak is next, because it's not as long, and then vegetables. Cornbread. Do I particularly want cornbread? Not really. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna do bread, because it's just, I'm just not in the mood. We'll save that for another day. Don't tell nobody. Anyways, we got our steaks, we got our rice, we got our pan for our steaks. Get a pan big enough to put both of them in. Unless you don't have one, then use what you got. We're gonna start that out on about, I don't know how your stove goes, but put it on like between high and medium, close to medium. We're getting somewhere. All right. Next thing you want to do is pull up your sleeves because I'm getting dusty as fuck. Grab your oil. I'm choosing vegetable oil because that's what I got. That's what I'm going to use. But for this kind of thing, you want to use oil and butter. I know it's weird, but just trust me. Okay? Oil and butter. All right. Now, they're both basically grease. Okay? They both are grease. So if you don't have the butter, you still straight. You don't have the oil, you might still be straight. You might gotta struggle a little bit, but you'll be alright. Open that bitch up. I gotta stop cussing, I'm so sorry. This is supposed to be a family-friendly episode, but it's really not. You wanna take a spoon or whatever utensil you're gonna use to get your butter out. Get you like not too much. I would say this much, okay? Not too much, just enough. Take that, but put your oil in first. I don't know why I grabbed that spoon. Y'all, hopefully next episode I can have more angles. Y'all can see everything close up. We're gonna get there. It's just episode 1. Just relax. Now we have our oil in there. We'll put our butter. And use your hands. If you can't get something to get off you, use your hands. You are cooking, okay? You're gonna have to use your hands. It's okay. I'm gonna wash my hands about 7 times, but that's okay. Salmonella. Like I said, put your stuff away while you're cooking. You probably won't need any more flour. Don't throw away the flour after you put this meat in the pan, because you're gonna need it for your gravy, okay? So do not throw away flour in plate, okay? Now that that's already heating up for my freaking hot ass pan. Now that it's heating up, I don't know why I'm bringing this to show you, but it should look like that. All right, let me put it back before I spill some. Now we got that heated up. It is ready for the steak. We're gonna take the steaks. They both should be floured up, looking like that. Not too floured, but definitely floured on both freaking sides. Both sides, bitch, okay? Lilo, get out. Go to the cage. We ain't getting no hair in my food today. Now, if they happen to touch when you put them in the pan, that is okay. You don't want them to touch too freaking much, but just enough, bitch. Again, wash your freaking fingers. I forgot. You will also need an onion, okay? Is it necessary if you ain't got it? I'd say get it, but if you ain't got it, you'll still be alright, but still get it. So I typically use onion a lot, so I usually have, you know, some left over. I should get fancier and have a little onion container, but I don't. I got a plastic bag, bitch, so keep them safe. It works for me. Booyah. Get you a cutting board or a plate. I prefer a plate. I would use cutting boards, but I don't know, I just feel like they stain. Like when you use like meat or red colored stuff or like just colored anything, I feel like it gets into the cutting board. Like I'll use them, but preferably plate for me. But do use boo-boo. So take your onion. Now again, this is up to your ancestors and your mom, okay? Use as much onion as you want, but definitely like this is enough. This is enough for what we got to do. So I say about 1/4 of an onion. All right. Cut off the top and the bottom because they don't taste good. They probably do, but not to me. Take off they come in layers, but take off the skin. And I like taking off this like top layer because it just be like flimsy. I don't really like it. Be alright. Hold on. Wash your stove. I don't know how your stove works, but mine be acting real crazy. You hear that? You should start to smell it. It smells good. We going somewhere. We getting something done. All right. Now take your onion. Be careful if you are not a person who cuts a lot. Just it ain't gotta be perfect. It's gravy. Just cut it however you want. I prefer it a little chunkier, so it ain't gonna be like super thin, but just thin enough for you, bitch. This is your food. It's for you. However you like it. Now once you cut it like that sideways, I turn it around and cut it like that way. I guess that would be horizontal. I don't know. And then if you want to cut it again, you can. But for me, I like mine a little chunky. So I'm going to just cut it once. So the pieces should look like that, right? That's how I do mine. Do you? So this is for your gravy. Typically, you're not gonna cry because it should be in the refrigerator. How you do that? Refrigerator. So you should be alright for about a few minutes, but eventually it's gonna make you cry. So just move it. So we have our leftover flour from the meat, and then we have our onions. This is gonna be the base of the freaking gravy. Any gravy, flour, onions. Alright? Simple. Turn down our meat. Move them around a little bit. Don't look. We flipping them one time. We ain't flipping them more than one time. One time. If you have to, do it. But I wouldn't recommend it because it's like it just don't need all that. Just watch it. So we got that. Just put our butter away. I don't feel like I'm gonna need it again. If I do, I just get it again. Throw our onion bag away. And wash your hands again, bitch. This your house, your food. Do what you. I ain't telling you what to do. You know, I ain't that girl. But I would say, do it. You know. There we go. We got our steak in there. We got our rice boiling. We're gonna do our vegetables in like I would say like 2 minutes. We were gonna do cornbread, but I just really don't feel cornbreadish today, so we're gonna do some white potato bread, butter. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Alright, honey. Now keep your seasonings out because you're gonna use the same freaking seasonings for your gravy. Pretty self-explanatory. But I do add one more. Hold on. The gravy here is gonna be a little saltier, so you know you can like pick it up a little bit. Gonna add saison. I didn't know there was more than one saison, but bitch, this one, okay. And then my new secret, I just started it last year, maybe like the last 6 months. I realized that stuff be like salty. If you add a little bit of sugar, it just makes it like better. I don't know. Anyway, that and actually. I'm gonna have high cholesterol one day. Seasoning, who's Tony's, whatever the fuck, I don't know what that say. Tony's Creole seasoning, a little bit of that. Now the gravy is your choice. However you want it to taste, do that. But the basics are onion, flour, seasoning. Okay? I'm gonna show you in a second, but yeah, that. Alright. So let's cook this. We should be able to flip these now. Where is my freaking comb? I'm gonna move y'all so y'all can see how it should look. Alright. Now that we have the steak pretty much done on one side, it don't gotta be all the way done, but like majority, right? We're gonna take them and flip them shits right on over. Boom. Right? Boom. So, leave that shit alone. Leave it alone. Now you can make your green beans and stuff if you want to, or whatever other vegetable. I'm making green beans. Take a pot, put it on the stove. I definitely lied. I need butter for my green beans. Do you need it? You don't have to if you're being healthy. I'm not today. So, butter. Take your butter. I only use like the tip of the spoon worth because this is like real butter, so it's salty as fuck. Take this butter and put it in your pan. Now, if you want to be fancy with your green beans and your vegetables, do that. I take a little bit of onion from my gravy and put them in the green beans. Not a lot of them, just a little bit. Put them in a pot, okay? Let that bitch heat up. Save this for your gravy. Put it down. Don't move stuff too much because it messes it up if you do too much. Don't do too much, okay? Don't do too much. Now we shouldn't eat. Well, actually, I'm going to do better for that. Okay, I'm going to just put the butter out because I'm lying. Anyways. Looking good over here with the steaks. Let them brown up a little bit more. I want to move my rice around. You don't want to touch rice too much, but like when it's in the bag, I just feel like you should flip it. I don't know, both sides, bitch. Both sides. I don't know. We're doing good. We're almost done. This only takes like maybe 25 minutes, so you got a whole meal, bitch. I'm just saying. You're doing good. Anyway, so we got the steaks. Cook it up like they should. Looking good. I wish they would hurry up, but hey, take your time. I would say preheat your oven. You don't really have to. I'm just doing it to heat my bread up, so be bougie if you want to. Use a toaster if you have to. It really don't matter, but for me, I'm putting it in the oven. Anyways, so let's open up our greens. Pretty self-explanatory. Why don't I know what my utensils are? It's my house. You're gonna take the can opener, open the can, put it in the pot, okay? You already got butter and onions in there. It's gonna taste better. I'm telling you, do it. You're welcome. Open up the can, however you have to. Just be careful if you're using the knife, because I've done it before. Very dangerous. Can is open. Be careful. This fish is sharp, all right? Take the can, pour it in the pot. Simple. Put your stuff away. Now, I'm gonna get another plate. One thing I will do is use hella plates. So when I was thinking about this recipe, right? Hold on. Take them out. Now you see this stuff in the bottom of the pan, okay? That's the flour and the flavor from the steak. Leave that bitch alone. Don't wash your pan. Keep it in the pan, okay? Okay, keep it in the pan. But turn your heat down, because you know this bitch get hot. Anyways, move it off the eye, because I'm talking, so I don't have to burn. This is how the steaks should look, okay? Cooked. Now, if you like rare, bitch, you nasty. But do you, boo-boo? Do you? I like them, you know, between medium and medium well. But they gonna cook a little bit in the gravy. They don't gotta be all the way done. Just, again, your preference. Anyways, separate plate, let them rest, leave them alone. Going back to the pan, we're gonna start the freaking gravy. Now, this is very important. I'm gonna move y'all again because you need to see what I'm doing. All right. Now that we have the stuff in the bottom of the pan still, stuff's still in the bottom of the pan, right? I'm so manly. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna need butter again. Now you could use oil. I'm using butter, bitch, okay? Ask your mom. Anyways, take about another tip of the spoon worth. That, if you can see, that much. Put that bitch in the pan, all right? Now while it's in the pan, off me. Scrape the bottom a little bit. Don't tear your pan up. Mine ain't that expensive, but yours might be. So just scrape it up a little bit. It makes your gravy taste better. And it's like extra flavor, right? Put that in there. I'm actually gonna use a little bit of oil. I lied. Where's my oil? Never know where nothing is at. Use a little bit of oil, because you know butter cooks and burns fast. A tad bit of oil, not a lot, just a tad, okay? You will learn from making this 1 or 2 times. You'll be like, oh, that's what she meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, like my damn daddy, oh God. Anyways, take that. Now just scrape up all the good stuff. Got the good stuff up. Take the plate of onions. Put all them hoes in the pan, okay? All the shits. Well, all the onions, bitch. I don't know. I'm trying. Now, these will caramelize by themselves. But definitely keep your eye on this stuff because it will burn fast. You are gonna throw up meal. And you don't want it to be nasty. Move that around. Now, one trick I will say I learned on my own. My grandma does it a different way, but I do it this way, right? She says put water and flour, mix it up, put it in there. You can do that. You can do that. But my way, a little bit easier. Flour the onions, okay? Flour the onions. That way your gravy ain't lumpy. Because it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, take your already seasoned flour from your steaks. It's sanitary because it's going to be heated up. You're alright. Pour the flour in there. Not too much flour because that shit going to be thick as a bitch. Relax. But, you know, enough. This way, you don't have lumpy gravy because the flour is kind of already on the onions. It just works. So do it this way, okay? It's easier. Do it like that. Actually gonna put a little bit more flour in there. I'm making a little bit of gravy, boy. Alright. Also, before I put the water, gravy is hella easy. Hold on. My green bean sticks. Alright. Gravy is hella easy. You literally can make it how you want, but I will be using again chicken bouillon, onion powder, Tony's, Sazon, black pepper. Alright? Whatever order you want to, but hurry the fuck up because it's gonna burn. We haven't added any water yet. You're going to add chicken seasoning, onion powder. This is all just on the onions and flour. Onion powder. Cajun. It just look real salty. Just relax. You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright. Sazon. Open it up, bitch. And again, I do all of this because, like, if you add the seasoning first to this part, you can add more water if it's too salty. Or you can add more seasoning. So it won't be too bad. You'll be alright. You got it. Move that around. Move that around. And while I'm doing this, season your green beans. They not seasoned. Season your green beans with whatever you want. I'm using chicken bouillon, onion powder, and pepper. Boom. Alright, cool. So now that we have seasoned our onions for our gravy, move it around, got little bits and pieces of steak up. We doing good, bitch. We got everything we need. Now we're gonna add water. Woo! Not too much water, bitch. Okay? Not too much. Oh, jeez! I tried to show you. You saw it. Oh, Jesus. Child, don't be like me. I forgot I had something in the oven. The ghetto. Let me run and grab my charger. Hold on. Boom. Alright, cool. So, we have our gravy on medium low, right? We're going to stir it. Stir it. Don't let it sit there. It will thicken up over time because of the flour on the onion and everything. But you want to stir it. Get all those little pieces out the way. Don't nobody want no chunky gravy. I don't want it. You don't want it. We ain't gonna do that. I don't care. If you care, it's a different spoon. But I don't care. Stir up your green beans because we just put seasoning in there. And our rice is actually done. So we're going to take the rice up off the freaking heat. Pay attention to everything that's cooking right now, okay? Alright, honey. We're going to take the rice. I like this rice lately because it's faster, but and it's easier to like not mess up. I have a problem, well I had a problem with making my rice, and if I wasn't paying attention, it would come out like mushy and stuff, and I ain't like that, so bag rice, bitch. Take that. shake out a little excess water. I think I zoomed in, but we gonna leave this because it's already, you know. Ugh. Get you a bowl. Bust open this rice. Now, like I said, you want to do the rice first because it takes longer. See, it's how it's done now. And the gravy's about done. The steak's already done. You just need the green beans, but you almost done. Take your rice. However you did your rice. You could use yellow rice, white rice, brown rice, whatever freaking rice you want to use. Bitch, use that rice. Put it in the bowl. It is hot. Boom, baby. Simple. Boom. Separate it so it can be pieces. And you have this shit look hot. Rice. Oh my god. Alright. Now, our green beans is cooking. They already pretty much done. Our gravy thickened up. I ain't gonna do that again. Just believe me. It is. I'm gonna put it over. Because I want you to know how it should look, you know. You might need to know. This is how it should pretty much look. You know, gravy. We got all the little steak pieces. Gravy, not gravy, we got steak pieces, onion, seasoning, water. That's it, right? Now, turn it down. Turn it down. And we are going to taste it and see what it's meeting, okay? Taste your food while you're cooking it. Because if you don't, you sit down and you eat it, you can't fix it as much. But if you in the midst of it, you can do something. So that's pretty good. Alright. Like I told you before, lately I've been adding a little bit of sugar to just like cut the saltiness and make it just tastes good. Do it if you want to. Don't. I don't care. I say do it. So not too much. Depending upon your taste. I say about that much, right? Now you can add water to make it less thick. You can add flour and make it more thick. You can add seasoning to make it more salty. Whatever you need. Now is the freaking time to probably do that shit. So stir it around. I hate the sound of like spoon scraping, but we're here. So yeah. Alright. Let's taste it again. Delicious. There's a lot of pepper, but hey, it's good. Now, whew. Alright. Fuck that ass. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Turn this down, we're good. Done with this. Throw that away. Just too much clutter stresses me out. I don't like it. You don't have to do this part. I'm gonna do it. Maybe you should try it too, right? We're gonna take the steak, okay? Already cooked steak, okay? We're gonna cut it up into pieces. This is cube steak again. We did cut it up. It is, you know, tender as it's gonna get. But I like cutting it up into pieces because then it can go in the gravy. It just tastes, it don't taste no better, but it's just easier for you to eat if you want to do it that way. So, cut it up however you want to cut it. Stars, squares, shape, whatever the fuck you want to do. Do that. Cut it up. Cut it up. Now again, this is like one of my favorite meals my grandma used to make when I was younger. So I feel like, you know, why not make this our first episode of what did I call this? Recipes your mama should have taught you. My mom didn't raise me, my grandma did, so thankfully I know a little something. But whoever raised you or whatever, maybe your dad raised you, I don't know. These are just easy recipes you could know to survive and enjoy, you know? Pass it down to your kids. Whoever the fuck you can tell. I don't care. It's up to you. Boo-boo. So cut it up. Now I like to cut them again because these are slices and you could do it like this. I want to be able to eat it without having to cut it while I'm eating. So take them and cut them smaller. Smaller. Bitch, this was so easy. I'm gonna do more episodes. As many as I can think of. I don't know how to cook that much, but I know how to cook some basic stuff. And maybe y'all try some new stuff, you know. I don't know. Definitely let me know what y'all want to learn how to cook. I'll look it up and we'll put it together, you know. I ain't got no issue with that. But yeah. This is really pretty freaking simple and it's already done. You just gotta put this steak in that gravy. Let it cook for a second and you're done. That's it. You could have made cornbread. If you don't know how to make cornbread, I'll show you next time. You should know how to make freaking cornbread. It's instructions on the box. But if you don't, I ain't judging. I will show you next time that we come back. Today we just doing toasted bread. Whew. I took a shot before I started this. And it's definitely hitting my ass now. It's definitely hitting my ass. I do not like flavored liquor, but that's all I had today. Take one of your steaks if you want to. Oh, that was good. I did that shit. Alright. Look like that. Nice and cut up. It look pretty. I never take a freaking picture for my cover photo, whatever the fuck it's called. Let's do that. Alright, that's good enough. Anyways. Take your steak, drop it in the gravy. That's what's gonna be fired. Okay. Now mix it around. Cover it in the gravy. Now the meat is already done. You really don't have to cook it that long in here. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it'll get more tender the longer you cook it in there. But yeah, bitch. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. I'm actually gonna put just a touch of water because mine got a little thick. That's why I said, when you cooking, adjust. It ain't done yet. Just keep adjusting. Do all right. A little water to loosen it up. Let it simmer for a second. Girl, we did this. Oh boy, whoever you watch now, okay. Okay. Gonna let that be on mediums. Put my sugars away. Put my seasonings away. I got some of these freaking seasonings, it's crazy. Whatever seasoning you didn't use, put that shit right back on in that mouth. This shit is expensive. Yeah, bitch, you did that. By this point, you should be very proud of yourself because you did that. And yeah, bitch, that's done. Now the last part, take you some bread. Bread make everything better. I don't know, I'm from the South, so if you can't hear it in my voice, I'm from Florida. That really ain't the South. I mean, I guess it is, but child, who knows? I don't know. Take you some bread, however much you want. I'm thinking I'm gonna eat one piece. If I want another one, I'll come back. Take your bread, put the bitch in the oven. Or the toaster. Whatever you want with it. Check on your green beans. Now these really don't need that much checking because like I said, they already done. I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar in there. Oh, child. I need to eat. Ooh, Jesus. Put a little black pepper in here. Losing still. But yeah, I don't know. For me, like cooking food like this makes me feel better. Cause I gotta think so much about what I'm doing. I'm really like distracted, so I ain't gonna be stressed or mad no more. I just relax. And I like that. So if you're mad, you're upset, you don't know what you want to do today, cook you some food. It'll make you happy. Plus, you ain't gotta eat out because lately, McDonald's ain't been hitting it. KFC ain't been hitting it. Chick-fil-A ain't been hitting it. And I ain't wasting my money no more on these little nasty restaurants. Bitch, I done got old. I got food at home. Oh my God, I'm really getting old. But it's true. If you got food at home, it's just better lately. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like back in the day it used to be good, but now it's just not. Anyways, our rice is done. If you want to season your rice, do that. I don't. Rice is done. We can finally put our butter away because I'm done using it. And green beans is done. Steak and gravy. Steak and gravy done. We done. Get you a plate, you know. I'm gonna wash this plate that I used to cook my meat up on. Ain't no need in making more dishes that you don't need. Plate. Now we're gonna take this how I do it. You ain't gotta do it that way. I already said this, okay? I need a spoon. I need a spoon. This is how I plate it up, right? Take you some rice. I used to love when my grandma would like get the whole thing of rice and then like put the little hole in it so the gravy could sink in. It just, I don't know. I miss simpler times when my grandma used to cook. She's getting older. Well, she is a lot older now. I thank God that she's still here. But she's definitely older now. So I kind of have to remind her about the stuff she used to do. But my grandma used to throw down 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How she did it, I have no idea. But I'm very thankful she did because, you know, it turned me into the old lady that I am today. And I definitely learned a lot from her. So I'm very thankful for everything about that. But anyways, we ain't getting too deep, bitch. So we got our rice. I'm gonna try to show you. Got a little hole in the center. The gravy can just sit in there. Then you're gonna turn everything off. Take your bread out the oven for that bitch get burned. Boom. We gonna take you off the eye too. I ain't got time for you. Take your steak rice and I can't really show you, but yeah, kind of get a good picture. Anyways, take your steak and rice and gravy. And it looked good as fuck. We did a good job. I don't know if God was helping out. I feel like God was helping us today. God really helped us today. But sometimes even I mess up, so it's okay. If you mess up, it's your food. Only you know. Put that bitch right on top. However much steak you want, because it's just for you. Use some extra gravy if you want it, because it's yours. Boom. I use the same spoon for a lot of stuff, so if it's going in the same plate, it'd be alright. Take your green beans, they have your onions, your seasonings, a little bit of butter. Simple. Take you a scoopful or however much you want, bitch. I don't know how much you want to eat. Put it on your plate. Let's feel a little tight bit more. I'm kind of hungry. Hey, bitch, you done. Turn this eye off. Wow. Oh my God, I'm hungry. Oh, we did it, bitch. We did it. Okay. 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 All right. So here's our plate. I wish I could. Hold on. I'm gonna just pick you up. Hold on. This is what we are. Look down. This is what we are looking like. Bitch, look at us. Look like a 4, 5.5 star meal. Yeah. We got our cube steak and gravy, white rice, green beans, butter bread, bitch. Simple. I'm so proud of us today. Now, I can't leave without, you know, taking a bite because it's a cooking show. It's good, I'm gonna show you that. But like, I'm so proud of us. I was very nervous to do, not very, I was semi-nervous to do this first episode. Because I'm like, what if it's not interesting? What if I burn it, you know? But it came out good. Like, look at us. Okay. Anyways, hold on. Just in case that other picture wasn't good. But yeah, let's take our first taste test. I don't know why I always bite something solid first, because I don't know. I'll explain another day. Bite some bread and let us try. And that's why I say cut it up, so you ain't gotta be cutting while you eating, because that shit's trash. Take your food, blow it because it's hot as hell. We did that. We did that. Oh, green beans are healthy. Hold on. Add the green beans too. But I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully, my hands are. Hopefully, you actually make it one day. Pull the video up. It's in real time, so you should be able to follow along. And yeah, bitch, this is episode 1 of Recipes Your Mama Should Have Taught You. I'm so proud of us. I'm gonna see you next time. I'm thinking we're gonna have dessert next time because we didn't have any today. I'll be stuttering. I do my best not to. But yeah. Thank you for watching today's episode. I love you. My name is Kiara, if you don't know, but you should by now. And yeah, eat you some food today, bitch. Cause you gonna eat good tonight. Love you. Bye.